चामरकर्ण विलंबित सूत्रा वामन रूप महेश्वर पुत्रा विघ्न विनायक पाद नमस्ते. गत कक्षायां वयं श्लोकद्वयम् अधीतवन्तः. अथ प्रजानामधिपः प्रभाते जाया प्रतिग्राहितगन्धमाल्यां वनाय पीतप्रतिबद्धवत्सां यशोधनो धेनुं ऋषेर्मुमोच. अथ प्रभाते, after that day, after that night.
Which lesson is this?
First lesson.
Okay.
First lesson, first shloka. This is a revision of last class.
Astu.
Atha prabhate, next morning, prajanam adipaha yashodhanaha ityukte dilipaha pita prati baddhavatsam jaya pratigrahita gandhamalyam rushehe denum ityukte nandinim vanaya mumocha aranyam gantum tyaktavan. So he released her to the woods, to the forest, to pasture. We have studied this in the last class. Tasyaha kuranyasa pavitra pamsum apamsulanam dhurikirtaniya margam manusheshwara dharma patni shruteri-vartham smrutiranvagachat. Apamsulanam dhurikirtaniya. This is, we are talking about Sudakshina, she who needs to be put at the top of the list of the immaculate women. Manusheshwara Dharma Patni, wife of Manusheshwara, that is Dilipa. Tasyaha Kuranyasa Pavitra Pamsum Margam. Tasyaha ityukte Nandinyaha Margam. Kidrasham Margam Kuranyasa Pavitra Pamsum Margam. The dust of which path has been sanctified by the placement of the hooves of the Nandini. Anvagachat, she followed. Kimiva anvagachat? Smrutihi, shrutehe artham anvagachati, tatha eva anvagachat. Like how Smruti always follow the meanings of Shruti. Smruti always follows Shruti, that is Vedas. Similarly, Sudakshina also followed Nandini. These two we studied last class. Now, as I told you, there are some missing shlokas. Missing in the sense they are missing in the textbook, but it is there in the Raghuvamsham. So, in order to get the continuity, I would like to go through that or those also. Otherwise, it can be a little abrupt. So, I thought I'll just go through briefly about all. I'll just do one shloka. See if it is too much for you, I can just skip them also. No problem. Okay. Okay. This is a third shloka. Everybody listen. This is a third shloka. This is not there in your syllabus. Okay. That is why I put it under missing shlokas, saying that it is missing in your textbook, but it is very much present in the actual Raghuvamsham. So don't worry. I will not be going into Anvaya and all the process of Anvaya, but I'll just tell you the meaning. Nivartya Raja. Okay, let's just go with the Anvaya itself instead of Siddham. Yashobhihi, Surabhihi, Dayaluhu Raja, Tam Daitam Nivartya, Payodhari Bhuta Chatussamudram, Gorupada. Okay, first of all, is it okay if I do these shlokas or if it is too much?
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Yes, please.
I just assumed, but I wanted to take your opinion as well because it is not there in your book. So
we are also interested.
Fine. At least if you finish like this, you will be happy that you have finished at least one sarga of Raghuvamsham. That's why. Yashobhihi Surabhihi Dayaluhu Raja Tam Daitam Nivartya Payodhari Bhuta Chatussamudram Gorupadharam Urvim Iva Saurabheyim Jugopa. What does it mean? Yashobhihi means the famous, renowned. Surabhihi, charming. Manoharavada, Manoharanada, Manognaha, Dayaluhu, Karunikaha, compassionate. Raja Dilipa. So they are describing Raja as a charming, renowned and compassionate king. Tam Daitam. Daita ityukte beloved, priya. or wife. Here in this case, it's wife. Dayitam, tam dayitam. So what is this tam? Tam is referring to the previous shloka. Previous shloka, what did it say? That Sudakshina followed Nandini, right? So tam ityukte Sudakshina. So tam dayitam, that Sudakshina who was following Nandini till now, Nivartya, having sent her back, he said, okay, now you don't have to follow me. I'm stepping into the forest, you go back. Then what did he do? Having sent back his wife, this compassionate Raja, Jugopa means Rakshitavan. He protected. Kisko? Kim Kam Jugopa Saurabheim. Saurabhe ityukte Nandini. Surabhi's daughter, Nandini. Saurabheim Rakshitavan. Kimiva, like Katam Rakshitavan ityukte Gorupadharam Urvim iva. Urvi ityukte Prithvi. Prithvim iva Rakshitavan. So, Ragnaha Kartavyah Kim, what is his duty as a king? Bhumyaha Rakshanam Kartum Kila. So, sa Nandini Bhumi iva matva tasyaha Rakshanam Kritavan ityartha. Kidrushi Bhumi Gorupadharam Urvim. Urvim ityukte Bhumi. So, mute Pavantu Sarve. Vijaya S, please mute yourself. Okay. Oh, so he looked at Nandini as if she is in the form, as if Prithvi herself has taken the form of a cow, as if earth has morphed itself as in the form of cow. We say in Vedas it is said there are 4 oceans. So it seemed that the Bhumi, that is earth, which has 4 oceans, has morphed into Surabhi, which is having 4 udders. Payodhari Bhutat Chatussamudram. For the earth with 4 oceans morphed into a cow with 4 udders. 4 ಕೆಚ್ಚಲುಗಳುಳ್ಳ ಹಸು ಅಂತೆ ಕಾಣಿಸತೊಡಗುತ್ತ ಅವನಿಗೆ, ಭೂಮಿಯೇ ಧರೆಗಿಳಿದು ಬಂದಂತೆ ಹಾಗೆ. He as a king had great sincerity, right? And in protecting the earth, he being a ruler, he showed the same in serving Nandini as well. That's what is said in this shloka. Can anybody read this English?
Will I read?
Yeah, please.
On proceeding certain distance after the cloud, that gracious, compassionate king, celebrated for his renown, has sent his wife back to hermitage, and he alone protected the daughter of Surabhi, deeming her as earth and the 4 oceans, as presently morphed as cow with 4 udders, according as his kingly custom in protecting earth.
So, as a king, he has to protect earth. So, he took that responsibility very similar to that in protecting Nandini. He has sent back his wife also, and he is now he is into protecting Nandini as though he is protecting earth. So, next shloka is also not there in the textbook. That is Moola shloka. So that is why I mentioned Moola shloka 4. So, Anvaya would be Vrataya Denoho अनुचरेण तेन शेषः अपि अनुयायी वर्गः न्यषेधि तस्य शरीररक्षा अन्यतः न चहि मनोः प्रसूतिः स्ववीर्यगुप्ता. What does it mean? Vrataya, in order to keep up his vow, vratavannu palisuvudakke. See, vrata, when you take up a vrata, you will have to do it religiously, right? Vrataya denoho anucharena tena. The one who has been attending to Nandini for the sake of the vrata. In order to keep up his vrata, he is attending to Nandini. By that person, by the king who has been attending Nandini in order to keep up his vow, his vrata, tena sheshah api anuyayi vargah nyashedi. शेषः अपि अनुयायी वर्गः अवशिष्टः परिचारकाः. The remaining folks along with the king, so many are there, his bodyguards, like soldiers, everybody, all of them all the Sheshahapi, remaining everybody also, they were sent back. Nyashedi, they were Nivartitaha, they were sent back along with the others. First, Nandini was, Sudakshina was sent back. Now, all others also he has sent back. So, Dilipa first made his wife return back to ashram, and now he has sent back the remaining attendants also, like his bodyguards and all also back. Why? Why? Because vrata, yeah, to keep up his vow. What does it mean? When your vrata is done, it has to be followed only by that person who has taken it, right? It needs to be done by Dilipa alone. You can't say, okay, I'll do this vrata and ask, though you are a king, you have lot of servants and attendants, you can't say, okay, do this for me. When you take up a vow, when you take up the vrata, it has to be done by him alone, Dilipa alone. Now, if everybody is sent back, who will now protect Dilipa? As per Dharma Shastra, there is a ruler. He being a Chakravarti, his life always has to be protected, right? That is the whole job of Angarakshakaha. So if is he crossing the dharma by sending everybody? Is his life in danger? So the Kavi says, Dharma lopaha bhavati kim na. Katam ityukte, tasya ityukte dilipasya sharira raksha, his protection, deha samrakshana, anyataha na. It is not done by anybody else. It cannot be done. It is not from anyone else. He yataha. Why? Because Manoho Prasutihi. Anyone from the lineage of Manu. Manujana Vamshajaru. Manoho Santatihi Vamshajaha. Swavirya Gupta. They are capable of protecting themselves with their own valor. So Dilipa has now sent back all his followers and his wife, and he is stepping into the forest all alone along with Nandini. So now, who is going to protect him? But he is okay, he's alone also okay, because he being born in Manu dynasty, he is capable of protecting himself without anybody's help. So there is no Dharmalopa also. He is a capable ruler. Him being born in Manu dynasty, he can protect himself and doesn't need anybody else. Anyone wants to read?
Yes, ma'am, I'll read.
Yeah.
While following the cow Nandini, in the course of his vow, the king forbade his escort staff and stopped them from accompanying him. Why? Since others are unneeded for his physical protection, because the descendants of Manu dynasty defend themselves by one's own valor on such occasions and do not depend on others.
Okay, Dhanyawad.
Thank you.
So did you
ma'am.
understand these two shlokas? These two are missing. It is not there in your textbook. It is only for the continuity. So Dilipa has started. He has now sent back his wife and also all his attendants, and he is confident of protecting himself. So he stepped into the forest. Now we will see. The next shloka, that is actual shloka number 5 is there in your syllabus. That is shloka 3. I am not sure about which chapter. Can anybody tell which chapter it is?
It's in second chapter.
The second sloka.
So, okay, second chapter. Please look at second chapter. Okay, I'll tell you the Asvadavadvihi kavalai strunanam kanduyanaidam shanivaranaischa avyahataih svairagatai satyatas avyahataih svairagatai satasyaha samrat samaradhana tatparo bhut. So let me tell you what it means. ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನೂ ಹಿಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಳುಹಿಸಿ ದಿಲೀಪ ನಂದಿನಿಯೊಡನೆ ಹೊರಡುತ್ತಾನೆ. ಆಗ ಆತ ನಂದಿನಿಯ ಸೇವೆಯನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾನೆ ಎಂದು ಈ ಶ್ಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿಸಲಾಗಿದೆ. ಸರ್ವಾನ್ ಪಾರಿಚಾರಿಕಾನ್ ನಿವರ್ತ್ಯ ದಿಲೀಪಃ ನಂದಿನ್ಯಾ ಸಹ ಅರಣ್ಯಂ ಪ್ರತಿ ಗತವಾನ್. ಸಹ ತಸ್ಯಾಹ ನಂದಿನ್ಯಾಹ ಸೇವಾ ಕಥಂ ಕೃತವಾನ್ ಇತಿ ತೇನ ಶ್ಲೋಕೇನ ವರ್ಣ್ಯತೆ. Dilipa has started off alone with Nandini into the forest. This shloka talks about the kind of how he served Nandini while he was in the forest.
Tamil book, which page number, please?
Chapter has been told, Mahodaya.
51.
Huh?
51.
Which?
51. 51.
51, thank you.
Okay. ಸೊ how is he serving? ಹಸಿಯಾದ ರುಚಿಕರವಾದ ಹುಲ್ಲಿನ ತುತ್ತನ್ನು ಕೊಡುವುದರ ಮೂಲಕ ಹಸುವಿನ ತುರಿಕೆ ನವೆ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಂದು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದ್ರಿಂದ ತುರಿಕೆಯನ್ನ ಮೈದಡವುತ್ತಾ ಅದ ತುರಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ದೂರ ಮಾಡುವುದರ ಮೂಲಕ ಹಸುವಿನ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೂರುವ ಕಾಡು ನೊಣ ಮುಂತಾದ ಹುಳ ಕ್ರಿಮಿಕೀಟಗಳನ್ನು ದೂರ ಮಾಡುವುದರ ಮೂಲಕ, ಹಾಗೆಯೇ ನಂದಿನಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾಳೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತಾನೂ ಹೋಗುವುದರ ಮೂಲಕ ಅವಳನ್ನು ಒಂದು ಚೂರು ತಡೀತಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವಳನ್ನು ಸ್ವೇಚ್ಛೆಯಾಗಿ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅವಳನ್ನು ಹಿಂಬಾಲಿಸುವುದರ ಮೂಲಕ ಸಾಮ್ರಾಟನಾದ ದಿಲೀಪ ನಂದಿನಿಯ ಸೇವೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ತೊಡಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಅವಳ ಸೇವೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಲ್ಲೀನನಾಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಕಥಂ ಸೇವಾ ಕೃತವಾನ್ ದಿಲೀಪಃ ನಂದಿನ್ಯಾಃ? ಸಹ ನಂದಿನ್ಯೈ ರುಚಿಕರಂ ಗ್ರಾಸಂ ದತ್ತವಾನ್ ಟು ಈಟ್. ಸಹ ಕಾಲೇ ಕಾಲೇ ನಂದಿನ್ಯಾಃ ಕಂಡೂಯನಂ इत्युक्ते कर्जनं कृतवान्, स्क्राचिङ्ग्. नन्दिन्याः उपरि मशकाः वा वनमक्षिकाः वा उपविशन्ति स्म, तान् सः दूरीकृतवान्. नन्दिन्याः गमनस्य निषेधः न कृतवान्. सा यत्र कुत्रापि गन्तुं शक्तवती. सः तस्याः गमनस्य निबन्धः न कृतवान्. सा नन्दिनी यत्र गच्छति दिलीपः अपि ताम् अनुसृतवान्. तस्याः नन्दिन्याः गमने निबन्धः न कृतः. इत्थं दिलीपः नन्दिन्याः सेवायां निरतः अभवत्. So how did he serve Nandini? By feeding her. He gave her very tasty, very tender shoots of grass. Then whenever she had itchy back, all these animals and the pet animals that we have, when you just pat their back, they feel very happy, So he was time and again he used to scratch her back, and there would be wild flies sitting on Nandini, so he would ward them off also. And Nandini was allowed to go wherever she wanted to. He never restricted her motion. He just followed wherever she went. So he became very engaged with this kind of service to Nandini. Okay, now let's this is there in the text, so let us see. Anybody wants to do? Savita Bhagini.
Satyalakshmi Bhagini. Namaste Mani.
Sandhi vadatu samasah vadatu.
Bhagini. Asvadavadbihi. Here no sandhi is there. Samasa api nasti.
Asadavadbih kavalaihi.
Kavalaihi trunanam. Here
आस्वादवद्भिः कवलैः अत्र जिह्वामूल्य अस्ति खलु.
आस्वादवद्भिः आं भगिनि, जिह्वामूल्य अस्ति. आस्वादवद्भिः कवलैः
you just say half of that visarga. आस्वादवद्भिः
कवलैः.
No, don't say
आस्वादवद्भिः कवलैः.
Correct.
कवलैः प्लस तृणानां कवलैस्तृणानां विसर्गस्य सकार संधिः अस्ति. हियर कंडूयनैः दंश निवारणैश्च विसर्गस्य रेफा. निवारणैश्च विसर्गस्य सकार संधि चुत्वम्.
उत्तमम्.
अव्याहतैः नो संधि and samasa is there.
अस्ति अव्याहतैः.
न व्याहतः तैः.
व्याहतानि तैः बहुवचन अस्ति.
व्याहतानि
न व्याहतानि तैः.
नै तत्पुरुष समासः. स्वैरगतैः स्वैरगतैः. हियर समासः इस् देयर.
अस्ति
समासः अस्ति. स्वैरगतानि तैः. स्वैरानि गतानि. स्वैरानि गतानि तैः. विशेषणपूर्वपदकर्मधारय समासः अस्ति।
सम्यक्।
सः विसर्गस्य लोप सन्धि भवति हियर् एण्ड् तस्याः नो सन्धि एण्ड् समासः इस् देयर् आर् देयर्। साम्राट् समाराधनतत्परः अभूत्। समाराधनतत्परः विसर्गस्य वुत्वम् एण्ड् गुण अभूत्। समाराधनतत्परः समासः इस् देयर्। समाराधनतत्परः समाराधनेन तत्परः समाराधने सप्तमी तत्पुरुषः।
Yes.
समाराधने तत्परः।
Okay. And there is one anuswara sandhi here. Trunanam kanduyalai. Atra. Kavalaihi trunanam
अनुस्वार
anuswaram asti. Uttamam bhagini. Dhanyavadah.
धन्यवादः।
So,
भगिनी अस्य विसर्गस्य सर्वप्रकारः अस्ति अस्य श्लोके।
what was that?
सकार लोपः विसर्गस्य
रेफा सकारा
उत्वम् श्लोकस्य
सम्यक्
All types of visargasya slopas are there.
Yes, this is a good example where, to in Shiksha it would have been a good example. All are there in one shloka.
Mahodaya, why Saptami Tatpurush? Could it not be Samaradhanaya Tatpara?
In the Samaradhana, he became engaged in the Samaradhana.
Okay. Dhanyavad, Mahodaya.
Let me go through it again. Asvadavadbihi. Asvadaha vidyate yesham te. This is a taddita, matu pratyaya, asvadavat. So it is asvadavat shabdaha. So asvadaha, which has ruchi in it. Asvada means ruchikaraha. So svadate is ruchikaraha. Asvadaha vidyate yesham te asvadavantaha taihi. Okay. Then asvadavadbihi kavalaihi, this is visargasya jihva muliya. Kavalaihi trunanam sakaraha, visargasya sakara. Trunanam kanduyanaihi. Trunanam, this is anuswara sandhi. Kanduyanaihi damshan, because there is a vihaya ai akara asti. Visargasya purvam aikara asti, that is why refaha. Visargasya refaha. So kanduyanair damsham. Nivaranaihi cha nivaranaischa visargasya sakara shtutva sandhi. Damsha nivaranaihi. Damsha nivarana. Damshanam. Bhagini, I think you missed this out. Damshasya or damshanam nivaranani. Damsha nivaranani taihi. Shashti tatpurusha. Okay. Na, this she told, na vyahatani avyahatani taihi. Nai tatpurusha. Svairagatai was also told. Svairani gatani svairagatani taihi. Visheshana purvapada. Saha tasyaha visargasya lopaha. Samrat samyak rajate asau samrat. So what is actually the definition is yeneshtam rajasuyate mandalasteshwarascha yaha shasti yascha yajnaya agneya yaha cha agneya rajnah sa samrat, means yena rajasuyate, the one who has done the rajasuya yagna, and then he has to be a mandaleshwara. That means he has to be a mandala for the, or the king for the mandala would consist of 12 kingdoms. So he needs to be a king for those. He should be controlling 12 other kingdoms. Yaha Agneya Ragnaha Shasti, who controls the other rulers. Saha Samrat. That means he has control over many other kingdoms, and he is a Mandaleshwara, and he has performed Rajasuya Yagna. So that is a Samrat. So why he has mentioned Samrat is, he is telling what, he is not just an ordinary king, Dilipa, But yet he is doing all these to Nandini. Such seva he is doing. Just he is not even restricting her. He's just following her. He is feeding her, literally going plucking the tender leaves and putting it to a morsel of grass into her mouth. So that is why he has mentioned Samrat. He being a Samrat is doing all this. Then Samaradhanam Samyak Aradhanam. Aradhanam is Prinayati. Pleases. Samaradhanam. Samaradhana Tatparo Bhuta. That means Samaradhana Tatparo Abhuta. What is Tatparaha? Tadeva Param Pradhanam Asya iti. That means that is the most important thing for right now for him. That is a Bahuvrihi. Tadeva Param Pradhanam. First, out of the utmost importance. So, for example, Seva Tatparaha. For him, the Seva itself is a foremost thing. Patana Tatparaha. For him, to study is the foremost thing. So he is engrossed or he is into Patanam. He is into studying. He is a Patana Tatparaha. Then Aradhyate Anena iti Aradhanam. Samyagaranadam is Samaradhanam. Samaradhane Tatparaha. He is Tatparaha. For him, he is for Tatparaha. That means for him, he is into foremost thing is in what? In Samaradhana. So Samaradhana Tatparaha Saptami. Samarada Tatparaha Abhut is Visargasya Utvam Purvarupa Sandhi. Understood? Okay. Agre Saramaha. Padachedaha. So Asvadavadbihi Kavalaihi Trunanam Kanduyanaihi Damshanivaranaihi च अव्याहतैः स्वैरगतैः सह तस्याः सम्राट् समाराधन तत्परः अभूत्. So we kind of understood the meaning. Asvadavadbihi, with the tasty kavalaihi, morsel, that means a handful, like tuttu antivala adu. Trunanam, with grass. Okay, by serving her a morsel of tasty grass, kanduyanaihi, by scratching, damshanivaranaihi, by warding off the flies, cha avyahataihi swairagataihi, unrestricted her own walk at will. She's walking at swairagataihi, at her will she is walking, avyahatahi, that is being unrestricted. Saha tasyaha, saha samrat, that king, tasyaha samaradhana tatparaha abhut. He became engrossed in her seva by doing all these. Vyakaranamsha, anybody wants to try? Nobody is prepared? Nobody wants to try? It's okay if you go wrong.
Bhama Bhagini.
नमस्ते महोदय
आस्वादवद्भिः
आस्वादवद्भिः आस्वादवत् शब्द तकारान्त पुल्लिंग तृतीया विभक्ति बहुवचनम्
उत्तमम्.
कवलैः.
Can you tell me the meaning? What does it mean? Asvadavadbihi?
Yeah, tasty. And kavalaihi means handful.
Yes.
Kavala. अकारान्तः कवल शब्द कवल कवल है शब्द पुल्लिंग तृतीया विभक्ति बहुवचनम. And then तृणैः अकारान्त तृण शब्द
तृणैः न तृणानां
नकार नकारान्त
No, Bhagini, Trunanam. Truna, you are correct. You said Trunaihi.
Trina Shabda, Napumsakalingam, Shashti Vibhakti. No. Shashti Vibhakti, Bahuvachanam. Then Kanduyanaihi, Tritiya Vibhakti. Kanduyana, Napumsakalingam, Tritiya Vibhakti, Bahuvachanam. Kanduyanaihi. Damsha Nivaranaihi. That is also Bahuvachanam Tritiya Vibhakti. Damsha Nivarana Shabda Akaranta. Napumsakalingam only. And then
what does it mean?
That is getting rid of the insects
Uttama.
Damsha Nivarana.
Ha.
And then cha is the avyayam. Avyahataihi, again it is Tritiya Vibhakti only. Avyahata Shabda, Napumsakalingam, Tritiya Vibhakti, Bahuvachanam. Then Swara.
What does that mean? Tell the meaning also. Bhagini.
Yeah, Avyahatahi, that is, it is not, it goes on her own.
No, that is Avyahat, that is Vairagata. Avyahata means without restriction, without interrupting.
Restriction.
Without stopping.
Without restriction. And then Avyahata Shabda, Akaranta Shabda, Napumsakalingam, Tritiya Vibhakti, Bahuvachanam. And then Swairagata means on her own it goes.
Yes.
So Swairagata, Akaranta, Napumsakalinga, Tritiya Vibhakti, Bahuvachanam. And then Saha is Tad Shabdam, pronoun, that is Pullingam, Prathama Vibhakti Ekavachanam. It denotes the king.
Yes.
Saha.
Yes.
And then Tasyaha is about the cow. So the Takaranda Tat Shabda Strilingam Shashti Vibhakti Ekavachanam Tasyaha. And then Samrat is the king. So Samrat, this I don't know the.
This is Samraj, Jakar.
Samraj. Oh, Jakarant. Okay. Jakarant hai. Samraj Shabda hai. Pullingam Prathama Vibhakti Ekavachanam. And then Samaradhana Tatparaha. This is Akaranta Pullinga Samaradhana Tatpara Shabda Prathama Vibhakti Ekavachanam. And then Abhut, this is past tense. Lung Lakara. Parasmaipati Bhutakal Prathama Vibhakti, sorry, Prathama Purusha Ekavachanam.
Bahu Uttama Bhagini. Dhanyavada. Bahu Uttama. So she almost said everything. Asvadavadbihi means tasty or palatable. Swadayuktaihi, rasayuktaihi. Kavalaihi, grasaihi. That is a tuttu, it's called, by offering her morsels. Then trunanam, of the grass, ghasanam. So Shashpam Balatrunam Ghasaha Ityamaraha. In the Amara Kosha, it says Shashpa Balatruna Ghasa. They are all meaning grass. Kanduyanaihi, by scratching, Bakharjanaihi. Damsha Nivaranaihi, Vanamakshikanam Duri Karanaihi, Nivaranaihi, by warding off the flies or keeping off the flies. Damshastu Vanamakshika Ityamaraha. Amara Kosha says Damshaha Vanamakshika. The wild flies, the forest which fly in the forests. Then Avyahataihi Vyavadhanam Vina, without restriction. Apratiruddhaihi, by not restricting her movement, without interrupting her in any way. In any way, in the sense, wherever she can go and whenever she can go. Like she can pause, she can go. It is, nothing has been restricted for her. It is at her will she is doing. She can just stop anywhere, then start whenever she wants, at her free will. Then Swairagataihi, Swachandagamanihi, wandering at her will. So it is both these are Avyahataihi Swairagataihi. She is just going at her own speed, at her own directions, wherever she wants to go. Saha Dilipaha Tasyaha Nandinyaha Samrat Sarvabhaumaha Mandaleshwaraha Samaradhana Tatparaha Sevanirataha Shushrusha Nirataha Sevanirataha Sevasaktaha. All this. So Tatparaha Prasita Asaktau Ityamaraha, who is diligently engaged in the service of. That is why Samaradhane. Abhut Abhavat Asit. So it says that king, that Dilipa, Sahasamrat, became Abhavat. Okay, Shushrusha Nirataha Abhavat. Katham, by how? By Swadayuktaihi Gasanam Grasaihi कर्जनैः वनमक्षिकाणां दूरीकरणैः व्यवधानं विना स्वच्छन्दगमनैः शुश्रूषानिरतः अभवत्. This is the Anvaya. We will arrive at it. So he just left her at king was the sovereign king. They mention sovereign because even though he is a sovereign king, he is doing all this. Is doing all this. Next, we will try to do the Vakya Vishleshanam. We will put everything, we will group it. So, Atra Kriya Padam Kim?
Abhut.
Abhut, correct. Somebody is trying to ask a question, raising hands, or is it only to ask?
Bhagini, as in the shloka, there are many bahupadani shabdani. Is there any meaning for that? Because everything they have used bahuvachana shabda.
Here, like, see, kavalaihi has to be, it is not, you just did not feed once or one grass, right? It has
So many times he has done this.
Yes. Yes. So scratching is not everything. Damsha nivaranaihi.
Yeah, I understood.
Okay. 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 Now, pratama vibhakto asti va padam asti va padani santi va pratama vibhakto? Saha. Correct. Then?
Samrat. Samaradhana tatparaha.
Sarah Samrat Samadhana Tatparaha. Dvitiya vibhakta asti va?
Nasti.
Asti. Tritiya vibhakta?
Kavalaihi, Yanaihi,
Vairagataihi.
All these, most of the words are in Tritiya vibhakti bahuvachana.
Ma'am, a quick question.
Yeah.
So this adjectives, visheshanams, avyahatai, sorry. Yeah. So
Avyahataihi swairagataihi.
So there are some adjectives. Should we put it separately in a column that these are the visheshanams?
Yeah, you can do that, Mahodaya, but then grouping here also, as long as you know what is corresponding. See here, avyahataihi, obviously it goes only with swairagataihi. Oh, I'm sorry, I have written avyahataihi twice. I'll check it. Okay, see, avyahataihi goes only with swairagataihi, not kavalaihi or kanduyanaihi. So, I mean, if the under columns, if you want, you can just make another thing here.
Because then that akanksha paddhati will become very easy. Yeah.
Correct. But then in looking at the time that you may have in your exam and all, yes, while studying, you can do that. In the exam, in fact, even this, I am not sure if you will be able to have time. Because personally, even Kovida, many have felt that there is a shortage of time. So even this, only while practicing, Vakya Vishleshanam is done. But yes, definitely while studying, while you are making notes, do that. That's a good practice because you can have corresponding adjectives written with, to the word. If avyahatehi, you put swairagatehi next to it, then it will be perfect. While asking questions also, you will never err.
Right. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
That's a good practice, actually.
Mani, you said you wrote avyahatai twice. I think the first one should actually be asvadavadbhihi.
Yeah, correct.
You wrote instead of that, you wrote avya.
Correct. Yeah, asvadavadbhihi. Yeah. Thank you. I'll correct it later. Okay, then Chaturthi. Asti va?
Nasti.
Panchami.
Panchami nasti.
Shashi asti.
Correct. Trunanam tasyaha. Next, Saptami.
Saptami nasti.
Avyayam. Cha. Okay. Next, we will do Akanksha Kramena Anvayaha. Kriyapadam Abhut. Ityukte Abhavat. First, what question?
Can I do?
Yeah, please help me out.
Abhut is the Kriyapada. Who? Kaha Abhut. Here Saha. He has a Visheshana for that Saha. Saha. Kidrushaha Saha. Samrat.
So here, Bhagini, you can club these two. Whenever there is a saha, you could say that samrat, right? So you could put it like kaha abut saha samrat. This is allowable. This is allowed, okay? Okay. But yes,
Then,
what you said.
And he was, what was he doing? Samadhana tatparaha. So, kidrishaha abut.
Correct. Saha samaradhanah tatparah abut. Correct. Okay. Next.
For whom he is doing.
Yes.
Kasyaha tasyaha.
Ai kasyaha tasyaha.
Striling.
Correct.
Samyatam Bhagini. Kidrishaha abhutah. Kidrishaha saha should be the question, isn't it?
No, कीदृशः सः न समाराधन तत्परः अभवत्. He became समाराधन तत्परः. It is not सः. One second, Mahodaya, it is not सः सम्राट समाराधनः तत्परः सम्राट. It is not सः समाराधनः सम्राट. No, सः सम्राट समाराधनः तत्परः अभवत्. That king became engaged in the service of. So he became. So what did he become? Kidrishaha abut. Saha samrat. It should be Saha samrat Kidrishaha abut. Saha samrat Samaradana tatparaha abut.
विशेषण विशेषणाय नास्ति तत्र.
No. This is not about, it is not telling about samrat. It is telling he became. It is attached to abut. What did he become? He became Samaradana tatparaha.
But then Kidrishaha is the right question.
Correct, because it is Pullinga and Kidrishaha abut. Otherwise, what is the option?
Can it be adverb?
What did he become? How will you say?
It is like this उद्देश विधेय भाव तथा अस्ति अत्र माधव गोपालः अभवत्. तर्हि विशेषण विशेष नास्ति तत्र.
Mahodaya, is this adverb? Is this adverb?
What? It is not.
It is not adverb. So
it is not adverb.
It is not adverb.
It is not adverb.
That's why it is not associated with Sah Samrat.
Yeah, it is not adjective. It is not adverb. He became. See, if it is not adverb. He became like that. So Kidrishaha is only. Think if there is anything else.
So in terms of parts of speech, when he says Saha Samaradhana Tatparaha Abhavat, Saha is the Karta. So what do we categorize Samaradhana Tatparaha as in that statement?
Uddesha Videya Bhava asti. I am not sure it is in COVID Pathakrame asti va na. Uddesha Videya Bhava tasya Vyakarana Drushtya tateva sa uchyate.
Okay, do some thinking. Even I am, I'll also just look into this. Oh, sorry. Are you able to see my screen?
Yeah, we are able to. I think Kidrisha. See, I understood the point, but I think Kidrisha. So okay, we'll search because.
Yeah, just think what other. Come up with some other thing other than Kidrisha. What else do you think?
Because Samaradhina Tatparaha. See, See the Vigraha Bhav. Vigraha Vakyam is Samaradhina
Tatparaha. Yeah.
So. So we have to just think whether the Saptami question should come.
No. Samaradhane Tatparaha is inside this. We are not splitting it. No. So entire thing will be Samaradhana Tatparaha. So we are asking to get this Samasta Pada answer.
Okay.
If you have to say Kasyam Aradhana Tatparaha Abut, then Samaradhane Aradhana Tatparaha Abut.
Because see, what I have learned so far in Samasa is that when you do a Samasa and a new word is, see, Samasta Padam is a new word.
Correct.
Now, new word will have its own Vibhakti and its own Vachanam and everything.
So here it is Pullinga and Ekavachana. Yeah.
So yeah, so the Samaradhana Tatparaha, the king became Samaradhana Tatparaha, which
Correct.
means that the king was the person who became Tatparaha in Samaradhana. Isn't it? I
Correct.
mean,
Yes, Samaradhana Tatparaha itself is referring to the king. Yes, he became, but he became Abhavat. That's why I said it is not an adjective to, it is not Saha Samaradhana Tatparaha Samrat. The king who was in the, no, it is not like that. It is the king became Samaradhana Tatparaha. We are not seeing it as an
It is like
adjective to Samrat.
it is like Sita Mama
Mahoday, can
Mata.
it be an adjective for the Samrat?
It is not objective.
No, it is not the adjective of
It is
Samrat.
it's like Sita Mama Mata. Like here, Mata is not objective of Sita, right? So something similar is like that.
Yeah, it is not adjective of Samrat. It is not that king who had become Samaradhana Tatparaha. No, it is saying that king became Samaradhana Tatparaha.
He was Seva Nirataha.
Yeah, he became Seva Nirataha by
Seva
doing all
Nirataha.
this.
Okay.
okay, let's proceed here.
Yeah, let's proceed. Okay, next, Bhagini, continue.
Tasyaha,
You said?
Tasyaha, because it's strilinga. Then what he'll do? Samaradhanam. What?
So see, Tasyaha Samaradhanaha.
Kavalaihi, handful of.
By how? By what? Doing what?
Kavalaihi means kaihi. Kaihi Samaradhana. Kaihi Samaradhanam.
Yeah, by doing, by Kavalaihi. Okay. Is there any adjective for Kavalaihi?
Yeah, Asvada is the adjective for that. So Kidrushaihi.
See, the thing is, it is, so this is as Asvadavadbihi. Asvadavadbihi Trunanam Kavalaihi. Asvadavadbihi is not, Kavalaihi is morsel, okay? Morsel means that handful, the same. So
yeah, so Trunanam should come first. Okay. Kesham Kavalaihi.
Kesham Kavalaihi, Trunanam Kavalaihi.
Trunanam Kavalaihi. Then the adjective
was. Now Trunanam adjective. Yeah.
Kidrushaihi Kavalaihi. Trunaihi we have to write then.
No, okay, this is adjective of Kavalaihi only. Actually, you could interchange also. Yeah. Kidrushaihi Kavalaihi, Asvadavadbihi, Trunanam Kavalaihi. Yeah, Asvadavadbihi Trunanam Kavalaihi.
Then we'll do
one more.
Kanduyanaihi. We'll do Punaha. Again we have to do Punaha.
Punaha Kai Samaradhana Tatparaha. Punaha, how was he? Samaradhana Tatparaha by Kanduyanaihi. Again,
Damsha.
Yeah.
Damsha Nivaranaihi. Punaha Kaihi Damsha Nivaranaihi.
Here, while exam and all, you just say Punaha Kaihi, Punaha Kaihi. You can knock off this. No, I'm telling you because you may find
time is the factor.
Yeah.
Punaha Kaihi Svairagataihi.
Yeah. And now Svairagataihi, there is one.
He left it, no? That Abhyahataihi.
So that is how Svairagataihi. So it is an adjective. So what do you write?
Kidrushaihi Svairagataihi.
Yeah. So Kidrushaihi Svairagataihi. Uttamam Bhagini. Dhanyavada. So Anvaya would be Saha Samrat Asvadavattihi Trunanam Kavalaihi Kanduyanaihi Damshanivaranaihi Avyahataihi Svairagataihi Cha Tasyaha Samaradhana Tatparaha Abhut. So he became Samaradhana Tatparaha, engaged in her service by doing all this. Okay. Alankaraha, anybody has done the Chandas? Nobody has done?
No,
please do, people, please do. That will be a practice. Okay. Okay. Anyway, this was one interesting thing here because everything is Indra Vajra here. See, Asvada, there is a Dirga. Kan, there is a Samyuktakshara. Avya, there is a Samyuktakshara. Samrat, Samyuktakshara. So, everywhere it is Indra Vajra. So, this shloka is Indra Vajra. Okay. Somebody read the Tatparyam. Just read the English one.
Shall I read, Manye?
Please.
That universal emperor became diligently preoccupied in her service by pasteurizing her in pasture lands for palatable morsels, by scrubbing her itching skin, by repelling wild flies from her, and by allowing unrestricted, unimpeded wandering at her will.
Okay. Any doubts, anybody? So this tells how he looked after her. And then there are some, I think, 4 shlokas missing. Let me go through it quickly. This is the 6th shloka. If you want. So if anybody is interested, you can take this shloka, do the Anvaya, and arrive at this. If you are interested in doing Anvaya. Okay. Sthitam bhupatihi stitaha prayatam स्थितां भूपतिः स्थितः प्रयाताम् उच्चलितः निषेदुषीम् आसानबन्धधीरः जलम् आददानां जलाभिलाषी तां छाया इव अन्वगच्छत्. See, it is beautifully said. He's telling now Dilipa is following her. How is he following? Chaya iva. It is a very beautiful comparison because chaya, nothing else that is following can be 100% and other than chaya. What is chaya? Shadow. Your shadow is perfect. It is following you perfectly, 100%. If you lift your arm, that is also doing the same, like that. So there is a very beautiful usage here of chaya. Chaya iva anvagachat. Dilipaha nandinim chaya iva anvagachat. Let's see how. Sthitam iti, that is sthitam, strilinga. So yada denuhu tishtati, sa tishtati chet Bhupatihi stitaha. That means Dilipaha api tishtati sma. Whenever she sat, Bhupati is also sitting down. Whenever she sat, whenever Nandini stopped, Bhupati also stopped. Dilipaha would stop whenever Nandini stopped. Prayatam. Whenever she started, when she has now stopped, now she starts walking. Uchchalitaha. He also started. Yada Nandini gacchati, Dilipaha api chalitavan asit. Then Nishedishim. Nishedishim means yada sa upavishati, sorry. When Nandini sat, asana bandha dhiraha. Dhiraha means like firmly. So asana bandha, he also sat firmly. What does it mean firmly? It's not that he thought, okay, Nandini is sitting, let me just move around and come back or do something else and do this and come back. Anyway, she's sitting, I have my time. No, he didn't do that. When she is sitting, he is also sitting, just watching her, just pretty ready at her service kind. Then jalam adadanam jalabhilashi. Only after giving her water, he would also drink. So he would she quench her thirst first, and then he would take water. Tam chaya iva anvagachat. Like this, he followed her like a shadow. So upama given here is so perfect because he followed her like a shadow. It is like exact copy of the master, right? A shadow. It does exactly what the master does. So here, Raja Dilipa is doing exactly what Nandini does. When Nandini halts, he also halts. When she resumes her walk, he immediately gets up and follows her. And when she sits to relax, he also squats, but then he is not relaxing too much. And he drinks water only after she has quenched her thirst. This way, he follows like a shadow. Okay, somebody read the
Nished Ushim. Nished Ushim, isn't it?
Huh?
Nished Ushim.
Nishedushim.
I'm just trying to understand this word. Yeah,
Nishedushim is it is for upavishati. It says it means. I have not looked into it. It is
two words, I think. Nished Ushim.
Wait, let me see.
Nishedh is something like no.
Nisheda is
Nisheda is don't do something, not doing something. Nisheda. Ushin.
No, that is Nishedha. Here it is
yeah, this is
Nishedushi.
actually different. Wait,
This
I'll
is
just
different.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm not aware of this word.
Agam Padamiva.
Patatu.
That king's halts when she halts untiringly, starts when she starts unwearingly, squats when she is squatting unfalteringly, and though he is thirsty, he drinks water only when she quenches her thirst first. Thus, that king literally followed her like her own shadow.
Okay. Next shloka is
Vijayalakshmi Bhagini, Shanka asti va? She has raised her hand.
Okay, maybe she to answer. Okay, let her ask when she wants to. Nyasta Chihnana. Somebody raised?
Vijayalakshmi Bhagini.
Ruchatu Bhagini. Okay, she is not asking. Okay. Nyasta Chihnamapi Tejo Visheshanumitam Rajalakshmim Dadhanah Saha Anavishkrita Dana Rajihi Antarmadavastha Vipendraha Iva Asit. So, Nyasta Chihnamnapi. There are some ornaments or emblems that are worn by the rulers. Chihna, Ragnaha Chihna Ke. What are they? Like Chamaraha, Chatraha. Hello? They have always somebody is holding a chamara there. And one interesting thing is chamara, we say, right? The chamari is an animal, I believe, and whose body hair is used to make that. So that is why it's called chamara. Anyway, chamara, chatra, and all other things are there to indicate, to represent a king. So he's always wearing those, and the royalty clothing that are royal wear, ornaments, all that. That will make him look like a king, right? So now Nyastaha, that means he has taken off all those things. He is not having a chatra or a chamara or those royal clothings, nothing. He is devoid of all those things. Nyastamapi. Though he doesn't have all those chihna, his emblems of distinctive ornaments, clothing that the children's wear, the kings wear, tejo visheshanu mitam. So tasya vishesha teja atishaha prabhavena saha raja iva anumatim, like yuhitum shakyate. He still could be inferred like a raja, like a ruler. Te Raja Lakshmi Dadanaha Saha. He still bears the kingly splendor. Though he is devoid of all those emblems, royal ornaments, the distinctive ornaments, he still has that splendor of a king. How is like Anavishkritaha Dana Rajihi Antarmadavastaha Vipendraha Iva Asit. Anavishkritaha Danarajihi means Bahihi Upari Apatikrita Madharekaha. What is Madhareka? I believe when an elephant is agitated. Madasya Avastha iti ityukte, that it is called rutted elephant in English. That means if it is very agitated, I believe there is a fluid that it will run down its temples, the temples of the elephant. So when you Madodaka Surisruva Ane anta heltare. So when you see that fluid, you know that this one elephant is very agitated. So, but in case of a Dvipendra or a lordly elephant, even though it is inside, that feeling is inside, that he is in that state, but there is no fluid running out. It is not expressed outside, okay? But still it can be inferred that it is in that ratish. There is a ratish feeling inside. Looking at the Dvipendra, though there is no external signs, but still you can make out, because he's a Dvipendra, that it is in that ratish state. It is agitated, okay? That means here he's trying to say, the king, king and Vipendra, they both have exemplary personalities. Okay, that is that internal courage they have, that is not expressed outside. but still it is not shown outside. But still it is inferable because of their aura around them, the tejas around them, the kanti around them. So he's being compared to a Dvipendra, the rutted elephant, in its rutted state, but it is not expressed outside. Similar to that, even Raja, though he is not wearing any distinctive or the royal clothing or all those abhushna or those chihna like chatra, chamra and all, you still can infer that he is a Raja because of that kanti, because of that tejas in him. He still bears the kingly splendor. So one more thing, interesting thing is here the Raja is being compared to an elephant, right? So they say that it is a foreteller. What does it say? Elephant is the only animal that can defeat a lion, right? So it is. They say that it is a foreteller. He's being compared to an elephant because eventually he defeats the lion. Okay. Anybody wants to read this?
Shall I read, madam?
Yes, please.
Though the king had renounced his servants and adornments, chamara and chatri, he still could be inferred from the superabundance of splendor inferable by the speciality of aura around him, like a mighty elephant in whom the conditions of being in rut were ready without the line of uh,
Ichor behind that being displayed. I told you that fluid that runs down the temple. You see that line of ichor. Yeah, that is, though it is not seen, you still can make out that the elephant is in aggression. Similarly, think as also sarvan rajachinnani tyaktavan kintu tasya chakravartitvam luptam na. It is seen. That is what is being told here. Then there are two more. It says, Lata Pratano Udgratitaihi Keshaihi Saha Ajitya Dhanva Munihomadenoho Rakshapadeshat Vanyan Dushta Satwan Vineshyan Iva Davam Vichachara. So, what does it mean? Lata Pratanodgratitaihi. Lata, we know, creeper. Prata means the tendrils, the soft, that spiral-like thing that goes in young. The tendrils of the creepers. Udgritaihi keshaihi. So, with the kesha, with the hair that is tied up, his hair, he has tied up his hair using the tendril of the wild creepers in the forest. His hairs has been tied up. Okay, with that, Saha, that king, Ajitya Dhanva, with a Dhanu is like bow, Ajitya, Adhijya. Adhijya means with a string that is tied to the bow. Whenever he is ready to use the bow, they tie the string tightly, right? So that string has already been tied to the bow. So by him whose string has who is with a well strung bow, and by him whose hair has been tied up with using the tendrils of the creepers. By that Saha Dilipaha Munihoma Denoho Rakshapadeshat Vanyan Muniho, in order to save Raksha Upadeshat, that means the plea of protecting Nandini. How is he is Davam Vivichara. Davam means Aranyam. Vichachara. Chachara is walking. So he is roaming around the forest. He is walking around the forest in the plea, in the pretext of protecting Nandini. How Dushta Satvan Vineshyan Niva, as if he is like roaming around as if he is punishing the wild animals. He is checking on wild animals. He has that well-strung bow, and he is looking at he is like cautioning the wild animals. Himsra Jantun Shikshayat Eva. Hayayat Eva, as if he is scaring them. He is walking around the forest, as if like Dilipa has used the slender tendrils of the creepers to tie his back, and his bow is all set it is in the string is tied tightly, and he is moving around in the forest, checking the wild animals, and thus protecting Nandini. And what is that Nandini? Muni Homa Denuhu. That is whose Muni Homa means it is Asishtas, it is useful. This Dhenu, see everywhere the word Dhenu is used. Dhenu means a cow which is giving milk. So there is Gauhu is not, only Dhenu represents a milch, that is a cow which gives milk. Okay, so Muni Homa Denuhu, milk, whose milk? The Nenu whose milk has been milk or any other thing, ghee and all, are being used for the Homa by Vasishta Muni. So he is moving around as if with ready to kill those wild animals which might attack Nandini. He's that thereby he's protecting Nandini. Someone read, please. Nobody's ready to read?
Yeah, I'll read, ma'am.
Yeah, please.
With a well-groomed and updrawn head hair matted together with a fine string made of tendrils of wild creepers at the back like that of a ready hunter, and with his bow strung taut on his bow, Dilipa roamed about the forest on the plea of protecting the sage's cow, duly checking up savage beasts of the wild as if taming them to be non-violent.
Understood,
The English itself is like a Anvayarachana also needed of the English here. It's a high, it's a good one. Yeah, I appreciate
it is a good one. That is why it is not mine. Definitely not mine. So I just took it. I like the language used. Anyway,
very well read.
Before I continue, is it okay?
The English language used is highly
very good.
So nice.
Yeah, very good language. That is why
elegance. Quite a lot of elegance.
Very perfect words used, and it is very hard. When we start speaking, I don't think I can come up with such words. That's why I thought I'll just copy. Anyway, listen, before I proceed, is it okay or is it in detail? It is very boring to see these shlokas which are not
perfect.
Okay,
It
helps
to connect. It's very interesting actually.
More details will be helpful, but I don't think we have that much time.
Yeah, I don't because there are 95 shlokas now there. So I don't think.
So ma'am, just a request. So there are like 9 sargas, right, in Raghuvamsham, 9 or 11 sargas.
No, more than that. 16.
22 sargas, I think.
Oh, is it?
19.
22. 19. It is 19.
19.
Oh, okay.
No, I am not going to do. This is just a second sarga, Mahodaya.
No, I know. What I'm asking is there a online resource or website where, say, for example, there is a resource online for all the Bhagavad Gita 700 shlokas, right? Including all the.
I can send you this English thing that I've taken from. No, they will give you just the shloka and this. Yeah, I can send you that if you want.
No, I'm asking whether there is an online link where we have for all the shlokas the Anvayarachana.
To tell you, not Anvayarachana. This site will give you this Anvaya. No, it is not even giving you Anvaya.
Only meaning and shloka.
It will give you the shloka and this
meaning.
If anyone has, the link,
that will be fine.
I can send it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, please. If anyone has the link for the shloka Anvayas with the Vyakaran and all those.
For all the sargas, you mean?
At least for the second sarga, yeah.
Second sarga, Anvayarachana. There is a video by Vyoma, definitely. By Vyoma.
Like, for example, there is an online resource available for all 700 Bhagavad Gita shlokas. So, detailed is available.
You have many, I'm sure, but Raghuvamsha, let me check, but not What I have come across is shloka and this, or Anvayarachana only for Sarga 2 is there in Vyoma, one of the recordings. But that will be a lecture. Anyway, now let's move on. Mula shloka of 9th. Visrishta Pashvanucharasya Pasha Bruta Samasya Tasya Pashvadrumaha Unmadanam Unmadanam vayasam viravaihi aloka shabdam udirayamasuhu iva. Iva, not ivaha, iva. So what does it mean? See, Visrishta Parshvanusarasya, Anucharasya is Paricharakah, right? Parshvanu, the Parshvanucharasya is people who are standing on either side. That means his guards, his servants, and all that. Visrishtaha, that means they have been discharged. They have been let go, right? They have been sent away by him. Tasya Pashabruta here means Varuna. Varunena Samasya. Varunena Tulyasya Tasya. We are referring to Dilipa. Dilipa, who has discharged all his attendants and who is similar to Varuna, equivalent to Varuna. Then that Dilipa, Tasya Parshvadrumaha, the nearby trees. The trees which are on either side of him, he's obviously going in the path and there are trees on either side. What is usually the king, wherever he goes, usually what happens, he's surrounded by people who would eulogize him, right? They praise him, they're called eulogists, and they do that Jaya Ghosha, right? So that is the king is Kalidasa is trying to say the king is also receiving the same thing even in the forest. The king is ಅವನಿಗೆ ಏನೇನು ಮರ್ಯಾದೆ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಬೇಕೋ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಲ್ಪಡುತ್ತಿದೆ. Even in the forest he is being praised, he is being done, that Jayagosha is also being done in the forest as well. How? By the the nearby trees, Parshva Drumaha, by the nearby trees, the near trees which are on the either side of the marga. And what are the words actually? Unmadanam vayasam. Vayasam means Kagaha, the birds. Unmadanam, the highly excited birds which are on those trees. Viravaihi. Please mute Bhavantu Sarve. Vishwanath Mahodaya, please mute. Vayasam Viravaihi. So by the highly excited birds are making a lot of sound, and those are like the Jaya Gosha. Jaya Gosha, Aloka Shabda it is called. Okay, it is called the Jaya Gosha that they do in the praise of the king is called Aloka Shabda. Aloka Shabdam Udiraya Masahu. As though they are singing Aloka Shabda. It seems like as though they are singing. So it is saying the king, that now the king who has sent away all his attendants, but Kalidasa still says that the king did receive the praises, but by whom? By the nearby trees. And the words were the sound made by the highly excited birds sitting on those trees. Okay, and these usually Aloka Shabda would be for the king's welfare also. Like let Mangaladvani, they say, no, let everything good happen to him and all that. So here he is saying the trees are doing the Jaya Gosha, the words being that coming from the highly excited birds sitting on those trees. Someone please read.
The trees on either side of pathway are appearing like the lines of the very same exalters, applauders, because they are all thrilled by the arrival of that king, worthy of adoration and lustrous like rain god Varuna. Hence, the trees swayed their heads, to which the highly excited birds chorally sang in the tone of exaltations to a king. Jaya Ghoshaha or Utpreksha.
Sorry. There are not there is a Utpreksha here. Alankara. Sorry.
Who had dismissed his followers.
So there is an Utpreksha Alankara. It is no exaggeration, right? As if the birds itself are singing for him.
Yeah, because when the Suprabhatam happens, the king's followers will sing the Jaya Gosha. Now that is not there, so trees are doing that Jaya Gosha itself.
Yes, the sounds of the birds seem like that
Jaya
of Jaya Gosha.
Okay.
So these are the things that just to give that continuity, I would like to cover all these also. Otherwise, after that it is immediately some other shloka, and it is not. So now next we come to this shloka which is there in the textbook. This is the Mula Shloka 10, and this is I think the same chapter. I don't know which chapter.
Chapter 3, page 59.
Okay, thank
Third
you.
chapter.
Next chapter, man.
Next chapter is it? Okay. If somebody can tell the page number, Tamil book also tell for Shekhar Mahodaya. Okay. Now, let me Marut Prayuktascha Marut Sakabham Tamarcha Marada Bivartamanam Avakiran Bala Lataha Prasunaihi Achara Lajairiva Paurakanyaha. What does it mean? I'll tell you. ಅರಮನೆಯ ಸಂಪ್ರದಾಯ ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರಾಜನನ್ನು ಅರಮನೆಯಿಂದ ಕಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡುವಾಗ ಅಥವಾ ಅವನು ವಾಪಸ್ ಬರುವಾಗ ಅವನನ್ನು ಸ್ವಾಗತ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಸಣ್ಣ ಕನ್ನಿಕೆಯರು ಸಣ್ಣ ಬಾಲೆಯರು ಆತನನ್ನು ಅರಳಿನಿಂದ ಸ್ವಾಗತಿಸುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಅರಳು. ಸೊ ಯದಾ ರಾಜ ಬಹಿಃ ಗಚ್ಚತಿ ತಸ್ಮಿನ್ ಸಮಯೇ ಅಪಿ ಚ ತಸ್ಯ ಆಗಮನಸ್ಯ ಸಮಯೇ ಕನ್ನಿಕಾಃ राज्ञः स्वागतम् आचारलाजैः क्रियते. तदेव सम्प्रदायः. आचारलाजैः इत्युक्ते the fried grain. I know in Kannada it is aralu. I don't know what it is in Hindi and all. Okay, it is the fried rice. Okay, I have no clue what it is. If anybody know what it is in Hindi, and please feel free.
In Marathi,
Laja.
it is laya.
Hindi is laja.
Laya.
Okay.
It is puffed rice.
No, it is not puffed rice. Is puri, right? That is not the one. It is aralu is different. This we do it with that Sunday.
Puri, aval puri,
Puri only it is written in
Turmeric coated.
aval puri like that.
No, that is avalakki puri. No, this is aralu. We do that Sunday. Okay, I don't know how to say that.
In Tamil, it is akshate.
Andakki.
Akshate is different. That is rice only, no?
Yes, rice only, no?
No. This is aralu. We do that, the fry that we fry along with
yes.
We'll do that laja homa after wedding.
Like,
laja
it's
homa,
like it's like you do popcorn. It is popped with rice. I think that is laja.
Popped with rice.
Nel puri.
Yes.
Nel puri it is called. In Telugu it is called peladu.
Okay.
Nel
so
puri in
whatever.
Tamil.
That is the ritual that it is showered on the king as and when it is a custom that the young girls should shower this rice, fried or parched grain, whenever the king enters or he exits the palace or the fort. Okay, that is a custom. ಈಗ ರಾಜ ಅರಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಅರಣ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿರುವನು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಮರ್ಯಾದೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಲ್ಪಡುತ್ತಿದೆ. ರಾಜನಿಗೆ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಬೇಕಾದ ಯಾವ ಮರ್ಯಾದೆಯೂ ಕಡಿಮೆಯಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಎಂದು ಕಾಳಿದಾಸ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಹೇಗ್ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಲಾಗಿದೆ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಳೆಯ ಬಳ್ಳಿಗಳು ಮೃದುವಾಗಿ ಬೀಸುವ ಗಾಳಿಯಿಂದಾಗಿ ಆ ಬಳ್ಳಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೂವಿರ್ತದಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಹೂವಿನ ರಾಶಿ ರಾಜನ ಮೇಲೆ ಬೀಳುತ್ತಿವೆ. ಸೊ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್. See, the same task of showering fried grains by the young girls that was being done in his kingdom is also being done here by the Kalidasa says it's also being done. He's getting all the maryada that he has to get even in the forest. So here also it's being done. How? He says the breeze, because of the breeze, the young creepers, there are tender flowers on them. The young creepers are moving and they are showering flowers on him. So here in this, Dilipa is being compared to Agni also, okay, who is a friend of wind. That is why Marut Sakhabam. Okay, so because of the wind, there is a movement. Raja Vane asti, Vane Vartamanaha Komala Lataha. Lataha Samipe Vartamanasya Dilipasya Upari पुष्पाणां वर्षणं कृतवत्यः. ते ताः लताः वर्षाणां कृतवत्यः. They have यथा पुरकन्यकाः पौरकन्याः राज्ञः उपरि लाजान् वर्षन्ति स्म, तथा एव वने अपि लताः पुष्पाणां वर्षणं कृतवत्यः. That is what it is being said here in this shloka. Okay, let's see what happens. Anybody wants to do samasa sandhi? Try, even if you have not prepared. It's okay. Satyalakshmi Bhagini is the only one who's trying. Somebody else,
Bhavani,
please.
Bhavani Mahodaya.
प्रयत्नं करोमि.
Please.
भगिनी in my textbook अवाकिरन् इति अस्ति. Avakiran, not Avakiran. Which one is right, Bhagini?
No, Avakiran only. I see while typing there are a lot of.
Avakiran itukte Avakiran meaning?
Wait, we'll come there. We have not even gone inside the shloka. Yeah.
Bhagini, Prasunaihi also. Prasanaihi here.
Sorry. Thank you.
Avakiran meaning what, madam?
Wait, Madhya, wait. Avakiran means sprinkling or showering. Tell Bhagini.
वदामि वा?
Sorry, Mahodaya. Tell. Yeah.
प्रयत्नं करोमि. धन्यवाद महोदय. मरुत् प्रयुक्ता पदविभागं प्रथमं मरुत्
न श्रूयते वा?
समासः मरुत् प्रयुक्ता किञ्चित् लाट् करोमि. मरुत् प्रयुक्ता मरुता प्रयुक्ता प्रयुक्ताः च मरुत् सखाभं मरुतस्य
समासनाम अपि वदतु. मरुता प्रयुक्ता
तृतीया तत्पुरुष चिन्तयामि. मरुता प्रयुक्ता स अनन्तरं स्तुत्वम् अस्ति. विसर्गस्य स्तुत्वं मरुत्
विसर्गस्य सकारः स्तुत्वं.
चकारः स्तुत्वं मरुत् सखाभं मरुतस्य सखा षष्ठी तत्पुरुषः.
मरुतस्य न मरुतः.
मरुतः क्षम्यतां. मरुतः सखा अत्रापि षष्ठी तत्पुरुषः वा?
आम्.
मरुतः सखा सखाभं सखाभं तत्र
अत्र आभम्
अनुसारः मरुत् सखाभं मरुतस्य मरुतः सखा इव वा? भम हम न जानामि. मरुत् सखा भम कथं?
मरुतः सखा आभा. अत्र आभा अस्ति.
मरुतः सखा सखः आभम् आभं वा आभा आभं
न अत्र बहुव्रीहि भवति. मरुत्सखस्य आभा इव आभा यस्य सः. Somebody whose radiance is that of the radiance of Marutsaka.
Marutsaka, that is Agnehe iva. Tamarcha marad abhivartamanam tam archa tatra sandhi nasti tamarcha tam archam arad tatra abhi sandhi nasti आराद अभिवर्तमानम अर्चमाराद
अभिवर्तमानम
तत्र तृतीया वा?
न संधि. आरात अभिवर्तमानम आरात
सवर्ण दीर्घः वा?
न आरात
जस्त्व संधि.
आरात जस्तम आरात तृतीया अस्ति.
जस्ट आराद अभिवर्तमानं त स्थाने द भवति.
आम् जस्तं भवति तत्र अभिवर्तमानम्. अनन्तरम् अवाकिरन् बाललताः प्रसूनैः. अत्र लताः उपद्मानी अस्ति.
बाललताः समस्तपदमस्ति.
आम् बाल विशेषण पूर्व पद बालाः लताः.
सम्यक्. You can say that in another way also, right? बालाः लताः.
बालाः च तानि लताः तानि न ताः लताः.
ताः लताः. सम्यक्.
बाललताः प्रसूनैः आचारलाजैः इव तत्र आचारलाजैः इत्युक्ते विशेषणपूर्वपद वा आचारलाजैः
आचारलाजैः इव तत्र किं सन्धि
तत्र विसर्गस्य रेफः लाजैरिव
अत्र आचारलाजैः I'll explain it is आचारार्थाः लाजाः तैः
आचारार्थः चतुर्थी वा
षष्टिः भवति because there is some it can't be explained in chaturthi so it is called shashti or something.
Chaturthi is restricted shashti लाजैः इव तत्र विसर्गस्य रेफः लाजैरिव पौरकन्याः पौरस्य कन्याः
पौराः
पुरस्य कन्याः
actually puranam kanyaha also you can say
puranam
ladies from the town but then pauraha kanyaha is what is given in the this one also
pauraha kanya api
nagarasya pauraha is acting as a visheshana for kanyaha
yeah tadida
विशेषण पूर्व पद वा तत्र तु षष्ठी तत्पुरुष वा
न विशेषण पूर्व पद only take it as
विशेषण पूर्व पद एव पौरकन्या
धन्यवादः
not prepared unprepared
सम्यक् उत्तमं thank you okay. So let's go to it again marut prayuktah maruta prayuktah it is by the wind it is by the wind so maruta prayuktah tritiya tatpurusha vayoho that means it is one second okay by the wind marut prayuktaah cha marut prayuktaश्च visargasya sakarashchutva marut sakha abam marutah saka marut shabda shashti will be marutah marutah saka marut saka shashti tatpurusha abha iti abah upapada samasa ang upasarga bha that means shobha okay forget all this abha means shobha or kanti marut sakhasya abhavabhayasya saha abhevabha means abha iva abha abhe abha iva abha abhevabha so marutsakasya abha iva abhayasya saha marutsakabah bahuvrihi that means his abha that means his radiance is similar to the radiance of the friend of wind who is the friend of wind friend is Agni. So Agni's his radiance is like that of the radiance of Agni. You shouldn't say marutsakasya iva abha no it is the radiance is being compared to the radiance of Agni not directly Agni okay so marutsakasya abha iva abha yasya saha marutsakabah so this is Dileepa they're saying Dileepa's radiance is similar to the radiance of Agni and Agni is being said as the friend of Marut that is a lot of things in one word Marut Sakabha means this is Bahuvrihi that means that his radiance is similar to the radiance of the friend of wind is Agni so it is the radiance of Agni then sakha abam sakhabam savarna dirgha marut sakhabam plus tam anunasika is here archyam is architum yogyah archyah tam then arat abhivartamanam jashtva sandhi balah this was told balah lataah visheshana purv then achara lajaihi iva achara it is for the achara only that is used for large for achara but then it is since chaturthi is very restricted that it cannot be sutram through the sutra it can't be justified so it is shashti tatpurusha because it is related to the tradition it is for the tradition that the laja is used achara laja okay? Then pure bhavaha pauraha that is a taddita Pure nagare bhavaha nagarikah, na? Like that. Pure bhavaha taddita pauraha kanyaha. This is can be Puranam, no, forget that. It can be that also, but then this is what is given in the Mallinatha also. So Pauraha Kanyaha, Paurascha Taha Kanyaha, Paura Kanyaha, Visheshana Purvapada Karmadaraya. Hope everything is still now is clear. Anybody, any doubts? Okay, so Padacheda would be Marut Prayuktaha.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Huh.
You said Chaturthi is restrictive, but then we have Upadaru, which is Upaya Daru. Then why Acharya Laja cannot be Chaturthi?
Which was the one you said?
You said Achar Artha Laja, he cannot be Chaturthi because Chaturthi is restrictive, so it is Shashti.
No, they say it is through the sutra, it can't be defined as Chaturthi.
But we have Upadaru, na? In Chaturthi, Upaya Daru is Upadaru. So it sounds very similar to that expression only.
Let me get back, Bhagini. I'll just look at this, yeah? I'll look at this and come back, okay? Okay, anyway. Marut prayuktaha cha marut sakabam tam archyam arat abhivartamanam ava. Again here, I think everywhere it's copied, sorry. Avakiran balalataha prasunaihi achara lajaihi iva paurakanyaha. Okay. Anybody wants to do fast? Harini Sridhar.
Harini Sridhar.
Yeah. Shigram Bhagini. Anybody else wants to do? Okay. So Marut Prayuktaha Akaranta Strilinga Pratama Vibhakti Bahuvachana. So that means it is swayed by or hit by the wind. That is why Tritiya, by the wind. Maruta Prayuktaha, it is swayed or hit by the wind. Marut Sakabam, I've already told you, Agnitulyam, Agnivat Tejasvinam. The Dilipa is being compared to, Dilipa's radiance is being compared to the radiance of Agni. Tam Dilipam Archyam Pujaniyam Archyam Archayitum Yogyam Arat Samipe Abhivartamanam Vidyamanam Sthitam. So the one who has the radiance like that of God and who is venerable or adorable, okay, that is Dilipa. He is being sprinkled flowers by the new creeper plants with the blooming flowers, just like how the city maidens sprinkle customary flakes on him. So Avakiran, I will change all this and get back and send it. Avakiran, Ava plus Kri Dhatu. Kri is sprinkling, right? Kirati. Ava plus Akiran, Avakiran. Archantisma, Avarshan. Nikshiptatyaha. Nikshiptatyaha, then why? Because Lataha, Strilinga. Dilipasya upari prakshiptavatyah ityartah. Balalataha Sadyah utpannaha, the newly bloomed latikaha. Komala vallayaha. Prasunaihi kusumaihi. Achara lajaihi brushtadhanyaihi. Mangalachara lajaihi. Iva sadrishyata paurakanyaha nagara nagarika vanitaha. Puravasi sutaha. So Dilipa was sprinkled the fresh new bloomed flowers, which was which was hit by the wind. The creepers were hit by the wind, and the flowers were sprinkled on him, very similar to how the city maidens would sprinkle customary rice flakes on him in his kingdom. So Vakya Vishleshanam. What is a verb?
Avakiran.
Avakiran. Okay. Next. Pratama Vibhakti.
Marut Prayuktaha, Marut Sakaha, Balalataha, Paurakanya.
Marut Prayuktaha, Balalataha, Paurakanyaha. Correct. Dvitiya.
Dvitiya, Marut Sakabam, Tam Acharyam
Archyam, not Acharya.
Sorry, Archyam.
Sorry,
Archyam.
Kshamyata. Archam.
That's one I think.
Abhivartamanam.
Abhivartamanam.
Correct. Next, Tritiya.
Prasunaihi.
Acharalajaihi.
Achara. No, not just Lajaihi.
Achara
Achara Lajaihi. That is a Samaskapam. Next, Chaturthi asti va?
Nasti.
Panchami, Shashti, Saptami.
No.
So Avyayam.
Avyam cha.
Iva.
Arat iva cha.
Arat.
Okay, Akanksha Kramena. Kriyapadam avakiran was sprinkled. So, who sprinkled?
Balalataha.
Question would be?
Kaha.
Correct. Next.
Next
And there is a Visheshana for Balalataha. What is that? Marudprayuktaha.
Kidrushayaha.
Avakiran.
Kidrishaha. Kidrishi pulling.
Kidrishihi.
Bahuvachana. Balalataha is Bahuvachana. So,
Kidrishyaha.
Nadi Nadyaha. Kidrishyaha. Balalataha. Marudprayuktaha. Next, they were sprinkled by sprinkled with
Prasunaihi.
Kaihi avakiran prasunaihi. It was sprinkled with flowers. Or flowers. Then okay, flowers were sprinkled. On whom?
On whom? Kam avakiran.
Kam. So
avakiran.
Now the tam, along with tam, there are many adjectives.
Abhivartamanam.
Kidrishaha tam.
Kidrishaha va tam.
Kidrisham tam.
Kidrisham tam.
Marutsakabam. Punak kidrisham.
Abhivartamanam.
Archyam.
Archyam. Punak kidrisham. Abhivartamanam.
Marutsakabam.
Kutra abhivartamanam. Kutra abhivartamanam. Arat abhivartamanam.
Correct. Why? Because Arat is telling he's somewhere close, nearby. It is telling the location. So Kutra abhivartamanam. Because he is abhivartamanam, he is staying somewhere. He is located where? Arat, close by. Okay, next.
Katham iva abhivartamanam.
Yeah, because everything will be that entire thing. Katham iva will just give you the entire phrase of how it was done. Katham iva paurakanyaha achara lajaihi iva. Okay. So the Anvaya would be Marut Prayuktaha Balalataha, the Balalataha which were swayed by the wind, Arat Abhivartamanam, Archyam, Marutsakabam. So the one who was very close to, who was existing close, who was close by, who is Pujaniya, who is a friend of
Marutsaka.
No, whose radiance is that of Agni. Okay, on him they sprinkled flowers, they showered flowers. How? Like just like the Seti girls sprinkled Achara Lajaihi on the king. Understood?
I have one doubt, Manya.
Yeah.
The last statement we're saying Kathameva avakiran. Paurakanyaha achara lajaihi. So Paurakanyaha achara lajaihi, there is no vibhakti connecting those two. Achara lajaihi have been sprinkled by the Paurakanya. So Paurakanyabhihi type of thing is not there. So what I feel is Paurakanyaha iva balalataha. So balalataha should be connected with Paurakanyaha iva, and Lata Prasunaihi should be Achara Lajaihi iva. So that iva maybe we have to use 2 times. So
No, the thing is, it is not comparing word to word. It is entire process of showering. The Palalataha showering it is like Paurakanyaha showering. The Palalataha showering flowers is like Paurakanyaha showering Acharalajahi. It is not word to word.
Then we should say Paurakanyah Acharalajahi Avakiran Iva.
Avakiran iva, yeah. Katam iva avakiran, Paurakanyaha Acharalajahi iva avakiran. That avakiran is there, no? Paura kanyaha acharalajahi avakiran. So balalataha prasunaihi avakiran, paura kanyaha acharalajahi iva. Similar to how this. Still not convinced?
Not
That,
clear. I'll
in
go
that
through
case,
this once more, Mani.
in that case, the Paura Kanyaha should be in Tritiya.
Should be?
Tritiya. Paurya Kanya Bhi.
No. Balalataha prasunaihi avakiran, paura kanyaha acharalajahi avakiran. The creepers showered flowers, the city girls showered acharalajahi. He was showered by the flowers. No, the city girls. See, what am I saying? Raja. Avakiran. Yeah, it is right? Balalataha showered by the flowers. You're talking about this. Nahade, tell me your doubt again.
You're asking me, Mani.
Ma'am.
So I was only saying Kathameva Avakiran when we said the end. Paurakanyaha Achara Lajai when we're saying Paurakanyabhihi Avar is what it should be, is what I was thinking. So it's not clear. Let me go through this also once more.
No, the whole thing is compared. That is why
the entire process.
Who is showering and what by what they are showering. Both are compared to the flowers falling on the king.
पौरकन्याः आचारलाजैः इव बाललताः प्रसूनैः अवाकिरन्.
Oh, it is Paura Kanyaha Iva Acharalajahi. It is Iva has to be placed before Acharalajahi.
No. Paura kanyaha acharalajahi avakiran. That process is being compared to balalataha prasunaihi avakiran. That whole thing. Paura kanyaha acharalajahi avakiran. They sprinkled acharalajahi. See, exact translation of English is not possible. It will say by the with. You can say with. Paura kanyaha avakiran, sprinkled with the flowers. Showered him with flowers. Balalataha showered him with. Sorry, Paurakanyaha showered
with Lajaihi
and Balalataha showered with flowers. So that is being compared. The entire thing, the showering.
So it will be Uttama Alankara.
By whom, with what is being compared with, by whom, with what.
Paurakanyaga showering with rice, rice.
Yeah, that Achara Lajai. These people showered with this, and Balalataha showered with this. That is.
Then in that case, Bhagini, in that case, we should break this. So for example, see here there are two things which is coming. Paura Kanyaha Achara Lajahi. So we say Kaha Avakiran.
Yeah. You may have to no. This see, this is entirely split, but then the entire thing is being compared to one. So you can just say Katam Iva means how with comparable to what? Comparable to the whole thing. You need not split this whole thing. Okay. When you say Katam Iva, you can put the entire thing. Paurakanyaha Achara Lajahi Iva. Similar to how city girls were sprinkling with.
For example, I'm just saying, just see if it's right. For example, I could have said that Katham Iva Avakiran. Achara Lajaihi Iva Avakiran. And then Kaha Achara Lajai Iva Avakiran. Paurakanyaha Achara Lajai Iva Avakiran.
Yes, if you want to break this, yes.
then it
But
would become more
here,
clearer. So
here,
this
no,
Katham Eva,
No, but
here we cannot compare the Acharalajehi to the flowers, because there are flowers are
no, Bhagini,
coming
what
by
he is
the
saying, Bhagini, he is saying splitting of this further. Okay. So he is trying to say splitting it again, but then what I am saying is it's not needed, because the entire thing is being told that it is similar to the sprinkling of Achara Lajahi by Paurakanya. You can just finish it off in one sentence, because it conveys the same meaning. Everything is expand. Okay, how was everything equal to? It was equal to this. Okay.
On this slide, two places Prasunai has come as Prasannai.
Yes, yes, I think I've copied. I'll change that. Prasunahi and Avakiran, here it is changed. Yeah, Prasannai here. Sorry.
Left side also Prasannai has.
Correct. I will change that. I will look and change.
Mahodaya, is it Vidyamana or Vidyamana?
Vidyamana.
So that also I think needs to be
I've
correct.
written Vidyamana, is it? I'll check.
I think so.
Yeah, I'll check. Thank you. Okay. Alankara and Chandas, nobody did? Please come prepared.
Chandas first three padas Upendra Vajra, fourth pada Indra Vajra.
I'm sure you're all doing it right now, looking at the first.
Yes.
Very, very smart.
Now I
Yes.
have done.
Hello,
Okay.
madam.
Now that you know it is,
Upendra Vajra.
Hello, madam.
First three are Upendra Vajra, and the last one is Indra Vajra.
First two
And it's
Upendra
totally
Vajra.
Upajati.
No, first three
First
or
First three Upendra Vajra.
First three Upendra Vajra.
Okay, sorry. I have made a mistake because of my Ava Kiran. I didn't even look at that. Sorry. Again. Oh, Shabdalankara is there. You know that, right? Marut is there. And there is an Arthalankara also. Tell me, one of you explain the Arthalankara. Can anyone tell?
Upamalankara.
Yeah, tell.
It's Upamalankara.
Mahodaya, tell Mahodaya. Upameya, Upamana, tell that.
Upameya is Paurakanyaha Achara Lajai.
Upameyava.
Upamana.
Huh.
Upameya Balalatah Prasunai.
Prasunani. Prasunani, na?
Prasunani.
Then
Sadhana
Upamana.
Dharmam is Avakiran.
Avakaranam.
Avakaranam.
Avakaranam is the Sadhana Dharma.
Yeah.
Avakaranam. Upavachakam Iva.
Iva. Okay. Upameya is Balalataha. They are being compared to Paurakanya. Prasunani is compared to Achara Lajaha. Upamavachaka is Iva. Sadharana Dharma is Avakaranam. The shine. Not shine.
Just one more doubt I have, Mane. Avakiran, Ava is Upasarga.
Here also see, because of I have done. Sorry. Yeah, tell me, Mahodaya, keep telling.
Avakiran, Ava, Akiran, Avakiran. But Ava normally, at least where we see Avamana, Avaguna, it has a negative connotation. Whereas here that is not there. So this Upasarga is also used in a context other than negative connotation.
Interesting, yeah. Avalakshana,
Avaguna, Avamana, where it is used in to communicate negative thing.
Correct.
महोदय तत्र अप अस्ति प अस्ति व न अपमान like
no avalakshana also avalakshana avaguna all that also is there, right?
avaguna अस्ति
avalakshana also we say for somebody for kurupa also we say avalakshana, right?
Avalakshana, avamana, avaguna, all those also.
Yeah.
Avalokana is there, Mane.
Yes, avalokana is also there. Mahodaya, good.
Avalokana is a positive. Avalokana is seeing.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like that. It is Avakiran, right? Ava and Akiran.
No,
Negative and negative will
Kiran.
become positive.
Ava plus Akiran.
Kiran.
Maybe negative and negative will become positive.
No, there is no second negative. Which is second negative?
This is Bahu.
Akiran.
Akiran
Ava,
is not.
Akiran.
No,
Akiran
Akiran is
is
past
throwing.
tense. Past tense.
Past tense.
Okay.
Kirati, Akiran, past tense, Bahuvachana.
Lang lakar.
Yeah.
Ava plus Akiran is past tense. Ava Kiran. Sprinkled. Okay. Something else was asked, was it? No.
And it is in Chekanuprasa, Bhagini? Marut.
Marut is being, yes. Marut is there, yes. Okay. Tatparyam, somebody read.
Actually, Akirati is sprinkle. Akirati.
Kirati is the basic word in Latlakara Pratham Purusha Ekavachana.
Kirati is sprinkling.
There is a status.
Covering. Akiran will be Langlakara of that.
Okay.
So Ava plus Akiran, Avakiran. Sprinkled. Actually, it is only emphasizing here. Ava plus Kiran, it's like pra. Pra is used to only to emphasize, right? So here also Ava is being used to like emphasize only. Nothing, no change in meaning as such.
Bhagini, in Telugu, Jallinavi, Veda Jallinavi, both are same meaning.
That's what. Sometimes when you use a pra upasarga, it only emphasizes the same action, right? So what Mahodaya said was usually Ava would mean negative. It will negate the meaning.
Understood.
So here it is not negating. It is just
Negative.
meaning as meaning the same.
Yeah, but as Samadar Mahodaya pointed out, Mane, Avarohana, Avalokana, all these also have Ava, so that negative context is not
So
there.
I don't think you can just categorize this usage of upasarga, no? Not very. You can
in Avarohana, it is negative.
That is negative.
Yeah, Arohana, yeah.
Okay, I'll read. On him, who is the worthy of adoration and lustrous, radiant like the friend of winged god, Agni, the tender creeper plants on either side of road, set in motion by the breeze, make their flowers trickle on the road as he approached, which just looked like the city maidens standing on either side of the road, sprinkle rice flakes on the pathway of dignitaries as a welcome gesture.
Understood, no? So
Yes.
Kalidasa is trying to say, he first tells Samrat, he uses such words also, saying that he's a mighty, powerful, sovereign and all that. But yet he's trying to say he's doing such humble deeds. And again he's saying whatever was expected, the maryada that is expected to be done for a king is also being done by the nature to this king in the forest.
That's right. Yes.
Okay. I think we'll stop here because the next are some missing shlokas. So we'll just stop here.
I'll tell.
Unless you have any doubts.
I have one doubt. Could I ask?
Yeah, please.
It is regarding previous shloka that could we Samaradhana tatparah abhutah. So katham abhutah, could we ask such question? Becoming Samaradhana tatpar abhutah.
What did he become? How did he become? Katham is how. It is he became something. It is not how he became, what he became. He became engaged in the service. It is not telling how he became engaged. How is that? By doing what is all that? Svairagataihi, all that. But Samadha Radhana Tatpara Abhut, what he became, not how. So that is why Kidrisham.
Dhanyawad.
Shanti Mandra Madhati va.
Vadatu Madhya. No other questions? Okay, Vadatu.
Sarve bhavantu.
One second. Somebody said.
Nalini Mohdaya, mama eka prashna asti. Can you go to previous slide, please?
Which one? Previous shloka?
The previous one. Aswada Padbihi. That missing shlokas where you had
Before this or after this?
after this, the missing shlokas one. Yeah.
This one.
Tatra
this or there are some
no,
after
not
this also.
the sthitam. I think
This one.
yeah. Yatra
Nishedashini.
here, yeah. Sthitam bhupati sthitah prayatam. Like sthitam is a shashti vibhakti, right?
No. This is Titam. I think it's
okay. I got okay.
Because Prayatam, all these, no, Strilinga, Dvitiya Vibhakti.
Okay.
Prayataha, Prayata, Prayatam, Stitaha, Stita, Stitam. So Stitaha, Stita Nandini, it is.
Okay. No problem. I was confused about that only. Why there is a shashti used, and is it like something like a sapti, sati, saptami type of prayoga?
No. Nandini Stita, Bhupati api Stitaha. Nandini Prayata, Bhupati api Uchalitaha. That.
अस्तु परन्तु अत्रापि like स्थिताम is द्वितीया भूपति is प्रथमा.
Yeah.
Like that, how means, like, is it like after she means how the dvitiya how that dvitiya come over there? That I got question.
Yada Nandini Stitam Asit Bhupatihi Stitaha.
Yada
Nandini sthita asit, we'll say probably it is Yada Nandinim sthitam drishtva tada sthitaha asit. Probably something like that.
Something like that must be done. Okay. I had this vibhakti conflict only question.
So probably you thought it is Sati Saptami when she was sitting.
Yeah, like that.
Okay.
Something like that was practiced over there. Yeah.
Okay.
No other question. Thank you.
Okay. Vadatu Mahodaya, Srikarma.
Sarve bhavantu sukinaga, sarve santu niramayaga, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti Dhanyavadak Mahodaya. Punarmilamaga.
Tomorrow we'll have a class. I'll do the missing shlokas. There are quite a few. So I'll just try to cover as much as I can. Okay.
Same time.
Mani, in the previous sloka also you please change that name.